Hey, what's up guys, Dungeons Coke here. So, the full summary for chapter 1068 is finally out, and things are getting extremely spicy. And I'm here to talk about it. Alright, so on the cover story, we see Caesar and Judge continue to fight, and over their heads we see a balloon with a flashback about their days in Mads. We can also see Vegapunk with the same outfit that he had in the picture we saw when Kuma described him, and some shadows behind him. So I guess we're going to learn more about Mads, so I'm not really complaining too much. But yeah, next line says that Luffy asks Pythagoras about the incidents where several Cypher Pole ships disappeared around Egghead Island. But Pythagoras denies any sort of involvement and insists that the CP0 must leave. Lucci then orders CP0 agents to prepare to abandon the ship, and they call Esbir, that's how they call Seraphim Kuma, to use the power of its Nikyu no Mi to warp them onto the island. After they left the warship, the Sea Beast's weapon destroys the ship. This is a massive reveal because not only does it confirm that Vegapunk created artificial devil fruit for the Seraphim that matches directly with the warlord that has them, but it also confirms that Seraphim Boa most likely also has the Mero no Mi, and I can imagine all the other Seraphims that have not been revealed yet, for example Doflamingo's Seraphim, Gecko Moria's Seraphim, to have the same devil fruit as their counterparts. And then in the next line it says that in Kamabaka Queendom, the real Kuma also uses the power of his Nikyu no Mi to warp away to an unknown destination. And yeah, I guess it kind of destroyed my wishful thinking that Kuma is going to accidentally warp himself and warp the Revolutionary Army members and Dragon to Egghead Island. But it is what it is. Anyways, back to Egghead Island, Vegapunk reveals to Luffy that his dream is to provide free energy to people all over the world, and that way eradicates wars for power resources. Vegapunk thinks that he can feel energy in nature. But as he gets close to discovering the new energy source, his research brings him closer to the mysterious ancient energy. And that's why, therefore, he knows a bit too much. He will soon be erased by the world government. So this tells us a couple things. First of all, the reason why the world government wants to kill Vegapunk now is because he's a bit too close to finding out about that ancient energy. Secondly, this tells me that back in the days, back during that kingdom's rule, the whole world was at peace because they had access to all of this free ancient energy. And it is also very important to note that it is after that kingdom's defeat that the world just suddenly did not have access to that energy anymore, which kind of ties to the theory that Luffy is actually that source of energy, that the sun god is needed in order to have unlimited free energy resource. And this can also mean that Joy Boy most likely was the king of that kingdom, and it was after his defeat from the 20 other nations that ancient energy just suddenly disappeared. But yeah, the next line says that is the reason why Vegapunk asked Luffy to bring him away, which Luffy responds, "Yes, we'll help you. Your head is funny." Vegapunk is extremely happy, and he says that he will go packing all he needs. Vegapunk then tells Luffy that they will meet at the top floor of the laboratory and to bring Bonnie there. Then Vegapunk warps away. But yeah, I guess warping is the theme of this chapter. But anyways, Vegapunk is joining the Straw Hats momentarily, I guess. But yeah, CP0 then arrives to Egghead Island. Vegapunk's defense system appears and starts to fight with CP0. Nami and her group are watching what's happening in the monitors. Shaka then orders to release S-Snake, S-Hawk, and S-Shark, and then he gives control authority to Sentomaru. We can see Sentomaru's image, but the chapter does not confirm if he's actually on the island. So, as earlier in the chapter confirms that Esbir is Seraphim Kuma, I guess that S-Snake is Seraphim Boa, S-Hawk is Seraphim Mihawk, and S-Shark is Seraphim Jinbei. So yeah, I really hope to see how strong Seraphim Boa is and if she actually has the Murmur no Mi and what kind of devil fruit Vegapunk implanted in Seraphim Mihawk as well. And along with that, it seems like we're going to see Sentomaru very soon. And even if he's not really in the chapter or even if he's somewhere on the other island, it is pretty much confirmed that we're going to see Sentomaru very soon, and I'm very, very excited to see what kind of interaction he's going to have with Luffy. The next line says that we can see how CP0 explores Egghead Island during 2 to 3 pages of the chapter. Stussy knows all the details about the island, and she says that it brings back memories. And Kaku is very excited and runs into some types of laser traps, which Stussy knows the traps, but she doesn't warn Kaku. So yeah, I guess these 2 to 3 pages are going to be some kind of exploration of Egghead Island. So we're going to see more about that island, which is pretty nice. Next line says that Atlas appears and attacks Lucci. Shaka tries to tell her to stop, but Lucci uses Wokurogan on Atlas, which ends up cracking her head and destroying Atlas completely. But it seems that Atlas is still alive, but half of her face is broken. And at the end of the chapter, we can see Luffy and his group carrying Bonnie. Suddenly, they come across Lucci and CP0. Lucci says, "Straw Hat," but Luffy says, "The pigeon guy." End of the chapter, no break next week. So this is extremely hyped. Not only is Luffy and Lucci meeting again, but we are possibly going to see the rematch of the century. And if Lucci one-shots Atlas, I really hope that Luffy also one-shots Lucci. Anyway, jokes aside, I absolutely love this because this actually brings into the question about how strong Lucci has become. Because frankly, we have not seen much about Lucci. All we know is that he was escaping from the world government for a certain amount of time, and after he got back into CP0, to be honest, we have not seen any sorts of new feat from him. So it is very hard to power scale him. Whether or not Luffy mid-diffs him, extreme diffs him, or even no diffs him is something that we're going to see in the next couple of chapters. And yeah, it is absolutely crazy also because we thought that Lucci and CP0 are going to face Zoro and Brook, but it seems like the reunion of Luffy and Lucci is even far more important, which I absolutely love. But yeah, even before the chapter officially releases, I give this chapter already a 10 out of 10. You can't really say anything. Luffy and Lucci's reunion is more badass than anything. But yeah guys, this is it for the full summary review. If you like contents like this, please consider to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more One Piece content just like this every single week onto your feed. And until next time, drink some Coke.